Welcome back, everybody, to another gear review from the Southern Outdoorsman podcast. My name is Jacob Myers. Super excited for you guys to be joining us today. It's been a while since we've seen you guys, and you guys seen us on YouTube, but we're back with an awesome gear review that we really want to show for you guys. Just got back from the 2022 Mobile Hunters Expo. As you can see here, rocking my new shirt, looking good. And first off, it was an unbelievable event. While we were there, we were able to meet the guys from Elevate Tree Stand Company with a new design that they just released for one of their new stands. We saw those guys back at ATA this past year where they released their first stand. They just came out with their ultralight model, which is much more compact and has a lot of excitement behind it. This is the Element Ultra hang-on stand from Elevate Tree Stand Company. Comes in at 6¼ pounds, and there's a lot here to talk about. One thing that people are super excited about with this stand specifically is the size and weight. Again, I said earlier, it's 6¼ pounds, and the size is, again, that perfect size for somebody, whether you're wanting just an ultralight stand to be as mobile as possible, or if you're one of these guys that are wanting to use that stand saddle hybrid method, where you're using a saddle and stand just like this to give you multiple different options while you're up in the tree. Can I go over some dimensions with you guys? It is 17 inches in width, 23¾ inches in length. So again, it's a perfect size compact stand that's very light and maneuverable when it comes to, again, the versatility that this stand can offer. The seat dimensions on this stand are 10 inches wide by 8 inches deep, so it's a perfect size seat. Not so large that you get kind of bulky, but also it's not absolutely tiny either. So again, I'm a pretty wide dude, and it still fits me just perfect, okay? Also, one other feature about this stand that a lot of people will like is it being able to go into like a backpack mode, which you'll be able to see in some of this footage here, where again, the seat folds into the platform, locks into the platform, so when you're carrying this, you can throw your backpack on the back and it has that nice shelf to be able to carry whatever goods you're going to be carrying with you in the stand. Another feature about this stand that's really interesting and also kind of caught my attention is the bridge seat posts, where they have two seat posts that are actually bolted together to make it much more rigid and keep it from torquing as much as you may have on a single seat post. This is something I found very interesting and actually makes the stand quite a bit stronger. Also, another thing that's very, very impressive with a stand this size is the weight rating. It's 300 pounds. So I'll say this, I saw one guy comment like, man, I wish it had a higher weight rating than 300 pounds. If that's the case, you probably don't need to be in one of these anyways, okay? So let's not worry about that. But for any of us guys that are under 300 pounds, again, it's a really impressive weight rating for the stand. Like a lot of the other premium option stands on the market, it has a leveling adjustment on the platform. Again, that comes standard on a lot of these tree stands that you're getting at this price point, which is fantastic for, again, adjusting when you need to in the tree. Also, one other aspect about this stand is just the seat leveling adjustment. As you have a very large button on the bottom of the seat that you can turn and adjust very quickly while you're in the stand to get that perfect height whenever you need it, so you're not dealing with a small set screw or bolt. All right, so now that we're up in the stand, just kind of give you some details about myself to kind of give you an idea of how this maybe would fit you. I'm 5'9", 255 pounds currently. I'll say this, for me, the length of the platform and the seat height is pretty much perfect for me right now. If you were a much taller guy, 6'2", 6'3", I feel like it still may be a little bit tight for you. If you're gonna be using it as a stand, kind of know what you're going to get into. Again, this might be that real ultralight mobile setup that you're only going to be sitting in for a couple hours, or if you're a stander and you don't really sit a whole bunch, this may be perfect for you if you want that smaller size platform. Also, to kind of give you an idea, I'm a size 10.5 on my boots, so again, don't have giant feet either. That being said, again, it fits me very, very nicely, this size platform and the seat height as well. All right, so one thing I wanted to mention, guys, anytime you get to these premium stands that are being machined or water jetted out of a solid piece of aluminum, you're going to have flex in this stand, and that's just part of the machining process and the water jetting process. When they get so thin, you're going to have some flex in that platform. You'll see a little bit of that today. You kind of see like what it looks like if you're 260 pounds on this platform or 255 pounds on this platform, what that would look like. If you're at the upper end of the weight rating, 280, 290, pushing 300, it's going to flex even more for you. On the flip side, if you're 160 pounds, again, it's going to flex a little bit different for you as well, but that's going to be just a matter of fact with all these stands like that. For me personally, like the size of this stand is really, really nice, and also one thing I really like about it is the price point. Actually, at the Mobile Hunters Expo, if you were there and bought one of those stands, they had them on sale there for a show price of $399, but online they're $419, which again is it's still higher than what people are used to paying if you haven't looked at any of these premium stand market or the premium stand market. But in reality, it's still a lot less than some of those other options that are out there, especially when it gets to a machined or water jetted platform stand. And also another interesting factor about this company, Elevate Stand Co. Everything is manufactured on their property, which is really interesting. They're not relying on anybody else for parts when it comes to the platform, the seat, and the riser. One thing I really like about the stand, just it's another option for us guys that are wanting something a little bit more lightweight, a little bit more mobile. Again, it's not the biggest platform in the world. It's not the biggest stand in the world. So, you know, if you're a really tall guy, that's something to be aware of, unless you're a stander. If you're a shorter guy like myself, it's a great fit and it's super lightweight. I will say this, the teeth, both on the standoff bracket on the back side of the seat and the actual standoff for the platform, they are very sharp. To the point that I'm not to say you're gonna cut yourself, but also just be freaking careful, like in all honesty, because it bites the tree a lot better, actually, to be honest, than I thought it did. And of course, y'all see some footage of that. But it's just super interesting, the design, the lightweight aspect, the price point, US made. Again, it's just another really good option for guys like ourselves that are wanting another lightweight stand option for the toolbox. All right, guys, final thoughts. Again, it's a really interesting lightweight stand for more options for us guys that are looking for a more mobile option, compactness. And again, just think of a couple things that we discussed so far about, you know, your height, weight, stuff like that. To think about if this stand is the best option for you going forward. I didn't mention this earlier, but because of the thinness of this stand and the color, it really does blend in really well in the woods. So this is another interesting factor that may or may not be important for it. But guys, we appreciate you watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like down below, share this video with a buddy, and we'll catch you back here on the next gear review from the Southern Outdoorsman Podcast.